Welcome to another 6x9 Storyteller episode. Please subscribe and give me a like and share my video if you're enjoying them. After being cheated on for the third time, I have given up on my marriage. My wife of 7 years cheated on me for 6 months. Based on the evidence I was able to find, it was also what seems to be a romantic affair. She has denied that it was romantic, but can't explain the thousands of I love you texts that they exchanged over 6 months apart from he didn't talk to me if I didn't say it. Also, I have actually been cheated on in 3 of my past relationships. What a record to have. But this last one was what really broke me. This woman knew about my past bad experiences with cheating partners, and she had been cheated on previously too, and it was a traumatic life event in both of our lives. And what's more, she chose to engage in this crooked dominant submissive relationship with the man she had the affair with, in a dynamic that focused on humiliating me and our marriage, and setting him up as the macho who dominates her. And my wife, who always insisted that I not kiss her in public, that I should not ask her to give me blowjobs because it embarrasses her, apparently loved it when this man dominated her sexually. I know the word that is used to describe people like me, cuck, and trust me, I thought the same of myself. I thought and actually hoped I would turn out to be a cuckold husband because it would make it so much easier to cope with. Unfortunately, when I read their messages and imagined her having sex with another man, I was far from getting aroused, and I in fact threw up on the bedroom carpet. If I had really turned out to be someone who enjoys my wife being used by other men, it would have made things a lot easier than they are now. Unfortunately, it's not that way. My fate is far worse. She is the main provider of the house because I left my job 2 years ago to pursue a doctorate degree. She actually convinced and encouraged me to pursue my dreams and passion instead of settling for a job that I hate, and like the idiot that I am, I believed her. Should have known better that people do not respect those who are not your equal. She denies that it has anything to do with her affair, of course. Now, because I had no job, I had no savings, and hence I had no way of leaving this marriage unless I left my degree and started working again. So I told myself that I will leave once I get my degree and I finally find work again. Except I don't even have that excuse anymore. My degree certificate was delivered to me 2 weeks ago. I have come to the conclusion that I am the weakest, most pathetic man on earth because I don't want to leave. My wife pretends to regret what she did. She admitted to her affair and showed me all her texts with him, as if it was a thing of pride. I don't know if she truly regrets it or not. I don't know why she admitted to her affair, but the more I found out about the nature of her affair, the more I felt ridiculed by her, like she was mocking me by pretending to regret it, like she was laughing at me behind my back. Maybe it was just how I perceived it, or maybe it is truth. Whatever it is, I find myself still clinging on to some faint hope somewhere that she is truly regretful and wants to make it better, and it will eventually go back to how it was before. I know what you're thinking, that I'm a fool, that I'm a naive man, and you're all right. But it almost feels out of my control. I feel paralyzed, like I cannot leave even if I want to. This is my hell and this is where I belong. The details of my wife's affair are morbid, and will probably set off the NSFW filters, so I will not go too deep into it. But there is one event that stands out. My wife apparently wanted to have raw sex with him, and begged him every time they had sex to remove the condom. But he asked her to remain a good girl and maybe someday she'll receive his reward. So one day, when she asked him to remove it, he told her that he will do it raw only if she takes off her wedding ring, and soaks it inside the condom that he ejaculated in. From what I could gather from their messages, she did not display a single moment of hesitation. Furthermore, after they were done, he told her to never wash that ring because he wanted his scent to remain on it so she could smell it and remind herself who she really belonged to. To which she said, "Yes, master." That was the level of disrespect and humiliation that she showed towards me during her affair. And I think she kept her promise to him to this day, because her entire body smells nauseating to me now. I make my own food now because whenever I try to eat something touched by her I throw up. Her face, her neck, her waist, everything I see when I look at her, every part of her, is tainted and soiled because every part of her reminds me of something he did with her. She cries a lot. A lot. Every day, more than me. It almost seems like she's not putting up an act sometimes. She told me I can track her location if I want to, but what's the use? She can meet up with him in her office if she really wanted to. She probably already is. I almost feel at peace accepting. She feeds me a whole lot of bullshit about her affair. That she did not actually enjoy the affair sex, that she loves having sex with me more. I just want to sew up her mouth when she says that. Such blatant lies. Does she not know that I've seen how she speaks to her AP? How much desire, how much lust, how deranged she became with him. I never even got a shred of what she gave him, and I'm the one she enjoyed more? She thinks I'm a fool, but not anymore. I keep telling her that she should go and live in life with that man. If you chose him over me on so many occasions, maybe he's the man for you. She swears left and right, she does not want him, she only wants me, and to me it doesn't make any sense. From their messages, it really seemed like she cared for him in a way she never did for me. Timely good morning and good night messages, tons of compliments, and of course she did everything he asked her to, like he would always tell her what to wear and she would listen to him. She gets really defensive when I suggest that she loves him. She goes on this charade about how he never made her feel whatever I made her feel and she was chasing a high and that she made wrong choices. Of course, she will be crying and groveling all the time. I wish she would stop doing that, at the very least. If you feel anxious, please call me, she says when she leaves for work, but I don't anymore. She can do what she wants, she probably already is anyway. I have come to this radical acceptance of my truth. The shadow of infidelity will follow me wherever I go, so I just need to accept that I'm not deserving of fidelity. I am a boring man, I have no particularly attractive traits, and I have no desire to be a macho man for any woman. She denies all of it again, says she likes me just how I am, but we all know better. My hope by staying in this marriage is that she eventually listens to me and stops trying to convince me to revive this marriage, so I too can give up hope on it once and for all. I just want to live and enjoy other aspects of life other than love and marriage.